The Alliance Mobilisation event is heavily flawed, and today I'm going to be discussing everything to do with it. I'm going to talk about an overview of the event, basically what it is. I'm going to talk about why it's pretty pay to win, why the quests are just expensive on resources, the quest flaws, and what can be done to make the event better. Just a quick disclaimer, before we get into the overview, this is going to be completely my opinion, so you guys can disagree with me. I'm not saying that my opinion is the right way and the only way, so trust me, I'm not pushing that out. I just decided I want to put my opinion out there for you guys to hear, and maybe some of you agree with me and maybe some of you don't. That's perfectly fine. Here's the overview of the Alliance Mobilisation. First, you get a registration, probably once every month. You choose up to 150 members for your alliance, and then the matchmaking phase starts. Basically, in this phase, the alliance basically gets matched up with any alliance in the whole entire game in your league, and the players aren't checked for power, how active they are, any of that. Just chuck them in there, see what happens. The competition is you start to do all the quests, gain points for the alliance, push the rankings, versing all the other alliances, and then try and get the rewards. And then the rewards phase start, and that is when you collect the rewards that you earned, I guess. So overall, I don't mind the idea. I don't really mind the idea of a competition that much if the quests were better, because here's where I really don't like the event. So the quests, there are like 7 types. Gather resources, increase power, use speed-ups, spend money in buying bundles, spend gems, barbarian forts, barbarians, there's actual barbarian quests, and then there's like, there's like help allies sometimes, and that's it. Not much variety if you ask me. Pretty pay to win if you ask me. Let's start off with quests that are pay to win, okay? We'll look at the quests first. Gain power, pay to win. You can't be gaining 78,000 power like 7 times, especially if you're not spending money. Speed ups, pay to win. Training troops, spending gems, pay to win. Buying gifts. Would you guess it or not? Pay to win. Just saying. Just saying. If you're spending money, you literally have to spend money. Yeah, pay to win. Just putting that out there. Spending a lot of gems, pay to win. So there goes half the quest, even more than half actually. Now here's the quests that are expensive that you could do as a free to play, but they're expensive on like in-game resources. Besides the training troops and speed ups and gaining power, that's pay to win. Fighting barbarians is like close to 3,000 action points, so that's very, very expensive for like 70 points. It's not even close to how much you get from gathering or using speed ups. And then the other option is barbarian forts, and 30 barbarian forts is 4,500 points of action points. Not to mention you have to do it within 3 hours. So if you don't finish it within 3 hours, all the action points you spent on barb forts, wasted. All the time you spent on barb forts, wasted. So you really have to rely on your kingdom here. What if you're a less active kingdom? What if your kingdom doesn't have as many barbarians? What if it's like, I don't know, end of KVK? How are you going to do barbarians? Not to mention if you're in KVK, all these cost way more. Like this is 9,000 action points. This is like 7,000 action points. Stupid numbers of action points just being thrown at this event. And then the only event really at this point that you could do is Master Gatherer or this Alliance event down here where you help your members. But I've never ever seen 90 helps come within 12 hours, like actually being able to do it unless you sit there online pushing help constantly. So that quest is also basically thrown out the window. So you're left with gathering. That's the whole event. For the most part, the whole event is just gathering resources, and maybe once every day and a half you can claim your tier 5 troops, training 7,800 units. If you don't have every tier 5 troop, you're screwed. If you don't want to spend speed ups on the tier 5 troops, you're screwed. So there's the event, guys. Gather resources, earn points. Who can gather the most resources? Woo, yeah. Such an exhilarating event. I'm so excited for it. And guess what? The resource gathering even has a flaw, right? You have 5 hours to gather resources. Some amount of resources. I would say that wouldn't be too bad if you log on twice to gather, let's say it's 4 million resources. I would log on maybe twice, probably once for 4 million resources. Send the gatherers out. And then I would just forget about the gatherers and I'll log on maybe 4 hours later. Like, I don't know. I would send the gatherers before I go to school. I'd claim this quest. I'd come back on. I'd claim the quest, get the points. I would say at that point, fine, the event's okay. There's some ways to use your speed ups and get some value. You can gather resources and get some points. You can claim your tier 5 troops and get some points. It'd be alright. Here's the thing though. You have to log on within the 5 hours to get the points. So if let's say for 2.5 hours, I'm gathering, this is a very easy quest. Like 2.5 hours, I'm gathering this gold on the map. And then I log on in like another 2 hours and I send the gatherers out 2 hours again. I've got 1 hour after that to log on and claim it. What if I get, I don't know, held up in traffic? I'm not pulling my phone out in the car. Like if I'm driving especially, I'm going to get in a car crash and kill myself. If I'm at school, I'm not going to pull my phone out and get like in trouble for what? The Alliance Mobilisation event. Miss, I was doing the Alliance Mobilisation. I got 50 million power. And if you're at work, you're not going to pull your phone out. Oh, I just have to do my Alliance Mobilisation event. You don't have time to do this. This is very, very unrealistic with people's time. I don't know anyone that's going to sit on the game for 5 hours watching their troops gather without doing something that may go over time, and like maybe they go out with their friends and go to lunch, or maybe they go out and they're at work and they're doing something, or they're at school, or they're driving. It's very, very unrealistic with the expectation that they can sit there, log on within the 5 hours to claim their points, even though they finish the quest. So if I get all the points for the quest and I don't log on, quest wasted, attempt thrown in the bin. That's it. Done. And the rewards just lackluster. Like, the rewards are bad. Until we don't even know what's in these leagues. So unless this is 100 gold heads, I don't even think it's worth it. Because like the amount of alliance expenditure that has to be done to get these gold heads that may be in here or may not is just stupid. Like, alright, fine. This is the only good reward I've seen in the whole thing. And it's at tier 7, which our alliance isn't even at tier 6 yet. And it's been 2 days. 2 days since the event started. Not even at tier 6. And the amount of people who have spent points and money on the event, we're the 3rd ranked alliance in the whole thing. So it's very unrealistic with how much people can actually do and play the game. I think it's way too demanding, this event, for not that much gain. Like KVK, very demanding, but it's high reward, high gain, and it's once every like 60 to 70 days. That's it. Here's another flaw. When you refresh quests, okay, they go onto a refresh timer, a universal timer. They just refreshed all the quests, so you won't be able to see any. That means if someone accepts a quest and cancels it, that quest goes on a timer. No one can use that quest slot. If the R4s want to reset a bunch of quests, every single quest there goes on a timer for 15 minutes. Can't use that quest slot. If 40 people are doing a quest, 40 people, which a lot of Imperium Kingdoms will have 40 people online at once doing the quests, you can't even accept a quest. It's not even an option. So that's already a big flaw. First thing they should change to make that better is make quests individual. Make the quests, yes, like somewhat alliance-oriented, like do Barbarian Forts, I guess, but lower the number, half this. This would be half, and I would say that's okay. Lower the number of Barbarian Forts in like the quest, and yes, that's fine. And make it individual. So if someone doesn't want to do the quest, they can refresh the quest, but they can't accept the quest for 15 minutes. That's what they should be able to do. Or maybe it's like if you have 10 quests instead of the 40 here, but it's individual. So everyone could have a quest running at once, much like the Clash of Clans clan games, for example. You can have a quest running at once, and it's all kind of separate, and it's you trying to work towards helping your alliance. And if you earn maybe, let's say, 4,000 points, for example, you can claim 2 rewards on the rewards list instead of just 1 per tier. That's just an example. That at least entices players to push towards the end to help the alliance. At the moment, it's like, okay, I have to spend my speed ups and gems and buy bundles for the alliance. How exciting and exhilarating. Oh my gosh, look, everyone gets 3 formation choice chests for a random legendary. Oh my gosh, 5 million resources. Damn, a teleport? Whoa, no one cares. No one cares. So they really have to change the way that they're enticing players to do the event as well. And then the next thing they should change is make the quests more interesting. I would have liked to see something with the quest that possibly involved, I don't know, let's say, for example, something to do with these, like, barbarian camps. I have not seen anyone do camps ever. That actually, like, is, oh, I really want to do the camps there. Let's go do camps. That'd be interesting. That'd be cool. There's nothing interesting about them. You're just there to get the star and maybe some materials and a gold key. That's it. So I think if they incorporated some more features into the game, that would have been much cooler. Instead of just gain power, gather, gain power, spend money. So I think that's another thing that they could change. And then the other thing that they should change is just make us see what rewards are here. Like, if alliances knew what rewards were here, if these were really good, maybe my video would be completely different. Like, if these rewards were like, at the end, 30 gold heads for like tier 18, then I'd be like, wow, this event is really crazy. But I don't know what's there. You don't know what's there. You could push there, and it might be like the Olympia shop, for example. If you go into the Olympia shop, you can go in here, Champions of Olympia, at least I can see the rewards when I get to a higher tier. I don't know the price, but I can see them. Like, at least I know, okay, if I was to push up to champion or above, I could purchase myself legendary commander sculptures. I know that there's a point to push there. I look at the Alliance Mobilisation event. Who knows what's there? Nobody knows. It's a mystery. Who knows how many points you have to get to the end? No one knows. That's a mystery. So it's just stupid how this event's laid out, even at the beginning. So I really don't know what Lilith was thinking when they made this event. And I really do want to hear your opinion on it. So if you have anything you want to tell me about it, anything, if you think I'm completely wrong, if you really love the event, if you really hate the event, if you completely agree with me, just tell me in the comments. I really want to get everyone's perspective here. I want to know if maybe I've gone crazy and I just personally don't like the event. Now, these videos take hours to make, and the best way to support me is to subscribe to the channel, because I want to reach 1,000 subscribers by the time I start my restart account in June. And you know why you should subscribe? I'll just give you a little inside secret. The restart account that I'm doing is going to be all Siege. That means any money I get from you guys, any donations I receive, any YouTube ad revenue, is going to go right back into an all Siege account, basically the biggest and most expensive Rise of Kingdoms experiment I've ever run. Now, if you did enjoy this video, I thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.